With the third week of the collection of ideas, I decided to focus on a little bit of different stuff because of the fact that the other weeks had left me kind of questioning some other stuff that I had picked, and so this week I really wanted to focus on like some different things. I did pick a political cartoon as one of the other things for this week, and it was really interesting because I believe that it was the Pope and there was an angel and devil sitting on the shoulder, and so it was definitely, it got me thinking a lot about the good and bad in all of us, and how like the devil was talking about free birth control while the angel was talking about that everyone should have affordable health care. And so I thought that was a little interesting because of the different, there's like the different voices inside our head focusing on different things. And I thought that was interesting. Then I read this article called The Problem with Evil, and this was one of the best articles that I've read. It was very in depth, and it questioned religion and faith, but at first I thought the theme was going to be more of like, if God does exist, and why do bad things happen to good people? And so, but it really wasn't like that at all. It really focused on what exactly is like the good and bad in all of us, and how we choose to see the bad in people, but it's really, there is a lot of good in people as well, but we see the bad in them, so that like it cancels out like the good. We don't ever, as humans, I believe that we definitely remember more of the bad than we remember the good. And so I thought that was also very interesting. And then I remember reading a speech about, by William Faulkner, and it was his Nobel Prize acceptance speech, and he got the Nobel Prize for actually his writing. And so he talked about how to be a good writer, you have to write from the glands. And so I thought that I could really connect this to my collection of ideas, because if you are not writing for any purpose, there really is no point to the writing itself. You have to have a purpose, and when the authors have a purpose for what they are doing, they are really getting in-depth, and so the good and bad will come out in the main character or protagonist, so to speak. So it really helps to, you get like a definite good idea of the characters through the author, and so I chose to do that. And then I read a poem by Emily Dickinson, and for this poem I was really confused. It was to the point, and it was quick, but it was also very confusing. I did not get a lot of what she was saying. And although the language wasn't necessarily hard to understand, the actual theme of the poem was hard to understand because of the language. It got confusing, and some words were used, and so it was hard to analyze. I definitely would say it was probably not the best choice to use, but now it's too late. So I just know for next time to pick a better topic. And then I also reread Harrison Bergeron by Kurt Vonnegut, because that was one of our favorite short stories, and I feel as though I could connect it because of the fact that the main character has so many good and bad qualities, because of the fact that he doesn't believe that everyone should live how they are, so he decides to do something about it. And so for this collection of ideas, I thought that it was really interesting, and I'm definitely getting better at picking my topics, or picking my sources.